April 19 in Sierra Leone. Today is the 49th anniversary of her republic, but no one is celebrating. Why? It's because the specter of COVID-19 hangs over the entire nation as well as the whole world. So, what are we to do? In this presentation, I am going to talk about the Fractal Grid Toolkit, which can be used for fighting the COVID-19 virus. Most of the time, we have been focusing on the problem side of things, and I shall begin this presentation with an overview of the situation in Sierra Leone regarding the COVID virus. As of today, April 19, there are 5 new cases, and if we look to this side, 516 people have been quarantined, 35 have been confirmed as having the COVID-19 virus, but so far no one has died and the recovery rate is also 0. But as I mentioned, this is focusing on the problem side. Even though there is no death in Sierra Leone, we should be focusing on how to deal with cases as the number of incidences grow. So let's look at the health facilities which are available. And at a national level, there are 1,728 health facilities. So using the Fractal Grid map, we can see that this is the situation at a national level, which is considered as level 0. If we want to look at the distribution of health facilities, then we can go to the next level, which is level 1, and that can show us the distribution of health facilities among the 5 regions of Sierra Leone. We can see that the southern province has got the highest number of facilities, while the western area has got the least, and it has 246 health facilities. I must point out that this is just a rough statistic. It does not say much about accessibility, and it also does not talk much about the capacity and quality of the healthcare facilities. So we shall just take this at a general level, but it's no definite indicator of the quality and accessibility of healthcare services in Sierra Leone. At any rate, we can go to the next level and see what the distribution is. We can still see at the national level a figure of 1,728 health facilities. We can also look at the regional distribution, and we can zoom in for each region and see that, for example, in the southern province, you have 486 healthcare facilities, while in the western area you have 246. In the northwestern province, you have 271. The northern province, 348. And in the eastern province, you have 377. So this fractal grid map can be viewed at multiple levels. But we can also take a look at the district level. For example, this is Bo district, and we can see how health facilities are distributed at the chiefdom level. Bo has got the highest number of health facilities at 36, and Selenga and Bo have got 3 facilities each. But let's go back to level 2 and see what the distribution is at every level. Just a reminder, we can see the distribution at the national level, which is 1,728, and we can see the regions, and we can also see at the district level what the distribution of health centers is. But this is only looking at the situation from a solution perspective, and it will be helpful to look at both at the situation both from a solution perspective and the problem perspective. And the problem perspective focuses on the number of confirmed cases. So if we click here, we can take a look at the national level. There are 35 confirmed cases, and at the regional level, we can also see the distribution of confirmed cases. Where the Western area has got 27, Northwestern Province 5 confirmed cases, Northern Province has got 1, and the Eastern Province has got 2 confirmed cases. Luckily, Bo hasn't any confirmed case yet. Yet it has the most number of health facilities. We can also take a granular look at the distribution of the confirmed cases. And if we click here, we see how each region has the cases at a district level. And we can see that in the western area, there are 22 confirmed cases in Western Urban and 5 confirmed cases in Western Rural. These two make up the 27 cases. We are coming back and just looking at things at the regional level, and this fractal grid at level 1 shows both the problem perspective, where you have the number of confirmed cases, and also the facilities that are available. Such a display will give action-oriented policies for fighting the COVID-19 virus. So we come to the national level, and again we are able to present the number of healthcare facilities, which is 1,728 against the number of confirmed cases. So this just shows how the tool of the fractal grid can be used to present multiple types of information on the same fractal grid. Now I would go on to just a summary of the templates which can be used for multi-level governance. So the case study is on Sierra Leone, but it's not limited to the country, and it can be used for other countries as the situation demands. So let's just look at the national level. It only has one screen or note card or tile, as you may wish to call it. I prefer to refer to them as screens. So you see one, and it can show any attribute, for example, schools or number of doctors at the national level. You can go up and show both the problem and solution situation or any other statistic that you may require at the regional level, but you can see what's happening at the national level, and you can go up, and this shows like the 3 levels: national level, regional level, and district level. And this one shows dotted lines, and what I wanted to do was to indicate that you can actually cut out these fractal grids for each region. So this one indicates that even though it may appear monolithic, you can actually segment it in chunks so that it can be very portable, and you can just put the whole fractal grid in your pocket and do a table presentation, or if the need arises, you can do a wall presentation. A unique part of the fractal grid is that you can also show ways of solving problems that you identify. And here we are showing 3 multi-level governance tools. One is the governance model, which you can use, and this is specifically for leadership. It's their own approach to problem solving. The why, what, and how deal with the cultural aspects, and these deal with the strategic aspects. You can look at the service improvement grid, which is more focused at managers, and the system grid is more for the operational staff. But both, all tools are interchangeable and you can use them. This is just to show what a fractal grid map of Sierra Leone looks when it's complemented by tools for problem solving. And again, you can show both problem perspectives and solution perspectives on the same fractal grid, and you can show any other statistic such as schools or relevant information. This is a district fractal grid so that you can be able to show chiefdoms, and this is a blank fractal grid which is called a horizontal fractal grid. Note that it only has one sun and all the rest are planets. Here you have multiple suns in each 3x3 fractal grid, and it's called a vertical fractal grid. This is just a blank fractal grid at level 1, and this is a fractal grid at level 0. And if you want more information on these topics and the tools that I have mentioned, you can check out my book, which is available on Amazon.com. And this is all that I have to say, and I thank you for your attention. This is Dr. God King, and I wish you all the best.